Good evening. It's time for comics and oh no, this isn't coffee, although I did grab some. This is time for comics and company with Cliff. There we go. That feels right. We'll be back in just a bit. Dan, good evening and thank you for accepting my ambush invitation tonight. It's so good to have you here.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. It's like day 2 in a row.
I love it. It's like a double date night, isn't it?
Kinda, yeah. I would say first I get passed from Gary B and then passed down to you.
Yeah, I don't like to think of it as being passed around. So much as you're just appreciated as a member of this community, and we all want to share quality time with you. Sharing is caring. I like that. I certainly like that a lot better than being passed around. Unless that's what you're into.
Maybe. Who knows?
Already, you've been here 5 seconds, and I've already started things off in that direction. So I might as well drop the warning. There we go. That feels right. All right. I see that DJ Links was in the chat. James, you're in the chat. James, you're a champion. Appreciate you. Woo. DJ Links just saying hi because he's at the 5-month membership. I call it the Comics and Coffee Crew. I guess that works, right? I mean, this whole thing, it's all about food, There's comics, there's coffee. I'm giving money to the food pantry. Thank you for everybody who's donating and your memberships, and it's lovely. It's lovely. All right.
I would have a coffee too, but I have to work in the morning, so that wouldn't go over well.
And I am immune to caffeine. Believe it or not, I'm so borderline exhausted, and I took a nap as soon as I got home, just in preparation for this. And then as soon as I woke up, there was all sorts of stuff, oh my God, I need you to do this, I need you to do that, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my God, there's just too many things going on. Too many things. My mother's house is under construction because of the insurance. She's got 2 people who want to buy it, which I love, but one guy totally lowballed her, right? And I was like, get the F out. So he's telling her, oh, don't worry about finishing the house. Keep the rest of that insurance money for yourself. And, just stop paying them, take the money, and I'll buy out the house, I'll finish the renovations. And then he lowballed her on the price of the house. And she's like, I've told you repeatedly that I have someone and that they're offering a lot more.
Yeah.
I might as well complete the renovations that the insurance is paying for and get my money. So I hope he learned something.
Yeah, hopefully. He'll probably move on to the next one.
I know. Listen, he's one of those people, he looks like he's trying to buy every house in the neighborhood. I can't be 100% sure, but that's the vibe I'm getting. And I'm not about that. I'm not about that life, But again, that has nothing to do with why we're here. Dan, you're the star tonight. So for those who did not catch you on the 1011, give us your comic book micro version origin story.
Well, if you didn't watch the show last night with Gary B, you'll know that I jumped on at New 52, so that kind of explains the age a little bit. But I jumped on a different comic series than I think most people would have, because I jumped on at Gotham by Midnight, which just saw it and catered to it and loved it. So that's where I started, and then, like I said on that show, watching all you guys really just lit a passion back into me to make me want to go back into collecting. I mean, I don't have the biggest collection by all means, but what I do collect, I think, is pretty unique to what everyone else does here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love and I love that. As soon as first of all, I was so shocked when I heard, oh, I jumped on the New 52, and I'm like, that was my jumping off point. Oh my goodness! And then I heard you really get into it. I was surprised.
Yeah, that was where I started, me and a buddy of mine.
I think it's great. So So Gotham by Midnight, and of course you're attracted to Gotham by Midnight because you like the detective element as well as the supernatural, right?
Yeah, I do. I really loved, and like even the story, like just seeing Gotham like in a totally different way, which kind of really intrigued me a lot.
Yeah, and also the art. I don't know the artist on the series, but it was very
It was dark.
yeah, it was dark, but it was like it felt very what do I want to say? Like a very like an indie book more so. Like a
Yeah,
supernatural indie thriller. It was like the vibe. Um so like that was what I got from it when I checked it out. But I did like how it it crossed over into things like the Spectre and other magic users of the DCU, even though I didn't care for the era of the DCU or DC Comics that so much. Um, Kingdom of Nerds, welcome, and King's Portal, also welcome. Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, I'm trying to.
it's
I'm trying
all
to.
good.
I'm firing the bat signal for everybody, and including those who it's probably 2 a.m. for. Just gotta let them know it's happening. That all cylinders are firing. I saw a very interesting reel on Instagram that was showing the popularity of superheroes from like 1990 to 2021, and the graph just kept ebbing and flowing and shifting. And Wolverine had a real moment in the midst of all that, but ultimately Superman, Spider-Man, Batman were just dominating through the ages. So I was really fascinated to see that.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
well, those are what the big three, pretty much.
I mean, kind of like it's not even what I think of as the big three. Like I feel like the entire world has known Christopher Reeve and Linda Carter and Adam West, and I just feel like those should just always be recognizable. Like those are just like Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman should just be absolutely evergreen because we have human embodiments of them, you know. And then sometimes I'm just surprised, and of course they all technically we've had an actor play all of them, right? But just the fact that like the reruns and everything have been on TV. It's been like burned into our collective memory. So yeah, to see like a massive. Oh yeah, there's a Spawn boom. I forgot about that on the graph. There is a Spawn boom. Yes. So yeah, no, it was like and actually, you know what? I'm not even sure why this. I'm not even sure how the Spawn boom makes sense because I don't think the movie had anything to do with it. Um, but I could be wrong. I may be misremembering the graph, but I just thought it was really fun. All that to turn this around, to Dan to say like which of the mainstay or evergreen characters is in your ballpark.
Um, I would have to say Batman because of Batgirl and my favorite villain, Two Face. So I'd have to say Batman is probably my favorite.
All right, I respect that. As I sit here in all my Superman fandom, I respect.
I don't know. I just could never get into Superman. I don't know why. It just was not my cup of tea, I guess. I
He's too
mean, people who
powerful.
do love him, but like even like the Absolute, I just could not get into it. But that was the same with Absolute Batman. I couldn't get into that either.
Yeah. Well, I definitely couldn't get into Absolute Batman, but I absolutely got into Absolute Wonder Woman, and Absolute Superman came around and won me over. So I've been really fascinated by that. Um, all right. So wait, I did half an origin. We covered that. Oh, you also have a particularly favorite character from Marvel.
I do, and
Tell us.
that is the Thing. I really love the Thing. I think it's because he kind of like even reading the comics, it kind of reminds me a little bit of me because I'm just mild, gentle. Um, I just have no cares in the world, and I guess as like person growing up, I had a younger sister, so I was always protective of her. So I think that's why I really gravitated to the Thing. And I mean, he's one character that no one really talks about.
You know, I loved in the Marvel Knights series 4, where they were getting kicked out of the Baxter Building because like New York is like tired of paying for their cleanup and all that stuff, and like is they're like telling them like go out there and like go make a lot, you know, like go out there, go, you know, go take care of yourselves, like we're done with this, right? And so like so Sue is the one narrating, and I think it's issue 2, and she's talking about all of them trying to find work, right? And like she goes to work as a school teacher, and Johnny tries to get back into acting, and Ben just cannot find work, and he's at a construction site, and they're like, dude, I don't know what we're gonna do with you, and like, you know, like I can't hire you, and like no sooner to say that the scaffolding starts coming apart and lives are in danger, and Ben saves everyone, and just a big shot of him, you know, grabbing the girders and stuff that are coming down, and like, and Sue in the narration, she goes, "That's your uncle, 100% hero," and of course they gave him the job after that, right? So I that's one of my favorite like modernish thing moments. Met. So I don't know. Have you read Marvel's 4?
I have not.
Oh,
I'm
okay. Well, highly recommend. Highly recommend based on that. You know,
will do.
It is a Marvel Knights book, so it, you know, continuity wise, it's iffy whiffy, but I really like the story. If you want to,
Okay.
if you want to see them in a different light, you know, a more adult fend for yourself Fantastic Four while still being superheroes. It's not like that. It's like, oh, we work full-time jobs now. Oh, look, Namor showed up because he's pissed off about something again. You know?
Yes, no, I'll definitely check it out. I'll see if I can find the trade or something.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so we covered Batman, we covered the Thing, well, and and actually what we haven't covered is a little bit of Sam and Twitch.
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely. Yeah.
How did you fall in love with them? I mean, I have the obvious guess on how you fell in love with them. I feel like Gotham Midnight of it all is the selling point.
It is, and then to a good friend of mine, and you know him, and that's Paul in the 619. He sent me issues 1 through 5 because he said this is a comic that you might like. And after reading 1 through 5, from Gotham by Midnight, I was hooked. And it's one thing that's on my pull list every time, and I probably won't go off until they stop doing it. Because it's such a dark, twisted Todd McFarlane, but it's a detective book, and it's like the darker side, and I love it.
And I really like that when he handles Sam and Twitch, it's like Spawn is this enigmatic figure, right? That they never really interact with, but they're aware something is amiss, something is supernatural, you know, but like they're like, yeah, I don't know, you know, like, you know, I'm just shooting blanks in the dark, hoping we hit whatever's coming after us. Like, I just love the fact that they are aware and like completely not aware, but like they have encountered supernatural creatures though.
Yeah, so like it's a lot of murder mystery, I guess you could sum it up. Like reading it, like the last issue that just came out, I just read, and there's a big plot twist, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like there's some kind of drug that's on the street and it's turned them into zombies, and that's where it ends, so we don't know.
Drugs on the street turning people into zombies. Go catch Madcaps on Kickstarter right now, issue 2.
So yeah.
All right, sir. For your first piece of homework, I asked you to bring a comic of the week.
You did, and I think I brought a good one.
I unmute. There we go. StreamYard loves to just mess around. I play the video, everyone goes mute, and then comes back. No, I played the video, you did not stay on mute, and then it muted you. It's a good time. It's a good time.
It's a Nova Scotia thing.
Yeah, it's a Nova Scotia thing. From the land of Nova Scotia. I don't know. I don't even remember the rest of that song. And they played that song at my cousin's wedding. And all the Nova Scotians, and he had about 19 cousins and their dates. So keep that in mind, all the Nova Scotians. There was, dancing all around. And There was one, oh my God, one guy was so hot. And this is years ago. But anyhow, one guy was so hot, I never forgot him. And that guy's name is Glenn, right? And so anyhow, I think his last name is Penny or whatever. And anyhow, I was like, that guy. And so I was like, man, he was hot. He goes, oh, he's like, why don't we check him out? And now Glenn is like older now, like gray, super silver fox fit. He's a high school gym teacher in Nova Scotia or whatever you guys call it up there. I don't know. I was like, damn, Glenn can still get. So, Glenn, if you're watching. Damn, just called the dude out. Why not? I mean, how many Glens are there in Nova Scotia?
You'd be surprised.
I'm not. I know how it rolls up there. I was like, you cold ass bastards have nothing else to do than make kids,
That's true.
All right, sir. Your comic of the week.
So my comic of the week is one that I'm really enjoying, and like I said, it's one of my good villains, and that's Two-Face.
There you go. Ooh, who's rolling the dice?
We just found out in this series that is his daughter.
His real daughter?
His other half's daughter.
Interesting. So is she is she a fresh take on Duella Dent?
Yes. Well, this would be like his darker side's daughter.
It doesn't matter. We never figured out what the truth was about Duella Dent. Man, when she showed up, she's like, look, I'm the Joker's daughter. And everyone's like, what? Girl, you do it.
But yeah, no, this has been a really great series. And the artwork, I really enjoy it. And you can tell.
I love the look of it. It's always better than I ever expected for a Two-Face series.
Yeah, and like I said, I've just been enjoying it because it's a different take on him. He's trying to split up both personalities, so he's trying to be good, but he's contained the bad personality into his mind. It's like a prison in his mind, and the bad personality is trying to escape out. And you'll see little bits and pieces of it here and there, but just the way that we got into the story, but how he's locking him away and everything. He did different stuff to try and lock him away, but it's just been great. It's one I would recommend.
Well, I'm definitely interested. You piqued my interest the first time. Bruce, why are we shedding a tear? Did I not say hello sooner? What is happening? My goodness. All right, so thank you for the comic of the week. I unfortunately have no comic of the week, but I've got other things. I've got other moving and shaking things happening. Oh wait, no, I do have something symbolic of the comic of the week. Oh my God, I just can't. Oh, here we go, everybody. Because this is going into this month's giveaway. That's why. Hush #1 glow-in-the-dark foil.
That's nice.
Very nice. Part of this month's members giveaway. Just so you guys knew. We're kicking it off with that book. And since Hush 2 is all the rage for you kids out there, it's perfect. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you very much for sharing in. All right, for the next part of your homework, and let me make sure that I have mine. Wait, no, where'd you go? Maybe I'm not sure I have mine. Hold on. Did I ever show? I'm not even sure I showed this. It's terrible that I haven't shown off. I'm like, oh, I don't remember. Did I show this off as a Pussy Buster? I'm so excited I got it, and then I don't remember. All right. So, hold on. Let's go in here. All right. All right. We're going to start off with the Pussy Busters. So mine will not be a big surprise to anybody. If you saw me on Guess That Key this week, then you know that I've been hanging on to this just for that show for the reveal. But it's Adventure Comics 293, the first appearance of Comet the Super Horse, the first appearance of the team, the Legion of Super Pets, the first Lex Luthor as a Bizarro, and the second appearance of General Zod. Now, my blue label doesn't properly identify all this, but it's all true. It's all here. I love it, and I got a really good deal on this. I only paid $125 at CliffsCon, and I'm really excited to have it added to the collection. One more Legion gem added to the collection for 2025. I'm very excited, and for that, that is this week's Pussy Buster. Love it. All right, sir.
I don't know if I'll be able to top that. But but mine actually just came in the mail, and I just got it before we went on, and that is The Thing, issue number 1.
Woo! Ooh. Yes.
So that is mine, because I've been waiting for this, and I've been watching it, and it finally came to a price that I was comfortable to pay for the condition it was in. So I'm super excited to have this in my collection now.
As you should. I've built up quite a Thing collection, and I think I did get number 1. But it was like a slow and steady, like, let's win the race sort of thing, because usually if I found it, it was like not in the greatest condition.
Yeah. This one's not too bad. There's like a couple like tears on it, but nothing like major.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. Like, that's what you want. You want it to be presentable. But that's really great. Love that. My goodness. All right, sir. You know what's... Did we even get into what are you drawn? Yeah. You're drawn to his inner core. Do you have any favorite Thing movie moments, or like it just hasn't done it for you?
I don't know. The Fantastic Four movies really haven't done a lot for me. I'm hoping the new one might kind of be that one that really does, but the comics really... I love all the team-ups, because they're all just random team-ups with them.
I was going to say that next. Do you have favorite team-ups of the Thing?
One I have... I think it's with the dog from Externals.
Really? Oh, okay.
And the other one I can't remember off the top of my head. I'd have to look. I don't have very many, but I've been kind of searching through and picking the ones and kind of getting them in order.
As one should when they're building their collection and trying to make sure that they got everything. I'm still working on my Marvel team-ups, but like on occasion I'll sprinkle in a couple Marvel 2-in-1s because it's Marvel 2-in-1 and I love team-up books. I also love me some Brave and the Bold, Which the only thing with Brave and the Bold is I wish it had always been a Batman team-up book, but it's not. It just grows into becoming a Batman team-up book, and whereas DC Comics Presents is always a Superman team-up book. That's it.
I do have one that's my favorite, and that's The Thing in Human Torch. That's always a fun read.
Is that the one where he's just blasting the Thing with fire right on the cover?
Yeah.
So what villain is responsible for that versus?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. It's been forever since I read it.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just gonna blame Puppet Master. Because that just feels like the correct answer, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, actually.
It's like, it's always Puppet Master. Always. Is it about Alicia? Puppet Master. Is somebody acting totally wrong? Puppet Master. Is Alicia being kidnapped by another random hero? Puppet Master. That's how it is. That's how it is. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to find some. Oh no. I'm trying to pull up a comic list and it's just coming up terribly. So I think I'm just gonna try and have some fun with it. I don't even know. This is just craziness. Darn it, cover price. I thought we had like an unspoken word, like an unspoken gospel between us of like, you just keep providing ridiculous lists and I just keep playing Rated or Hated with them. There we go. I found it. Oh, this is good. This is good. I like this a lot. Oh, it's very Star Warsy. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then it delves a little bit into Superman, so that's good for me. It's a little all over the place. Just like me, just like Papa. Marcus! Thank you for liking the stream. You're the best. K-pop, welcome. Oh my goodness, there were vibes happening 2 years ago. Vibes, I tell you. All right, I'm kind of in love with this list. All right, let's play Rated or Hated. And what would be great is if I actually was able to share the screen properly. That would be delightful. Number 10 on our list is Star Wars The Force Awakens #1, the very late comic book adaptation of the Star Wars movies. Rate it or hate it, sir?
By the cover, because I love the Millennium Falcon, I would have to say a 6.5.
My scale is 1 to 5. So
okay.
I'm going to assume that you're giving it a 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
Right on. All right. 2 years has passed and the excitement for Star Wars is not nearly as high as it was in 2003. While the film starring Rey has yet to be released, there have been tons of news There has not been a ton of news either other than filming should begin sometime this year. In the meantime, the prices on this book have fared well. Raw prices slightly down to $13 and $18. And again, I guess it's first Rey in a comic, so something to look out for. All right, next up, and this one should, even if you don't know, you probably know just by seeing the name. And that's Star Wars Heir to the Empire #1 from Dark Horse in 1995. Again, Grand Admiral Thrawn makes his first appearance here. And, him appearing in Ahsoka got everybody all fired up and juiced up for this. And now time has passed and everyone's calmed down. So, rated or hated, sir?
For me, I'm a Luke Skywalker fan, so I'm going to give it a 4.
Excellent. You know what? In all honesty, and I like Star Wars, but I do crap on it a lot when it comes to the comics. I, too, am going to give it a 4 because this is such a well-known and heavily referenced part of what is now the Star Wars Extended Universe, which was a dumb move. I don't even understand, but that's what they did. And so, yeah. And also, man, Thrawn was a badass here. So, yes, 4, I totally am with you. Next up on the list is my ballpark. It's Action Comics 1051, Dan Mora cover, first printing. This book was hot for a second. Hot. And now it's not. I don't know. I guess the jazz. I mean, Philip Kennedy Johnson, man, we had such a good series here. So this was a start for the new Superman family. First few appearances as well. Fans and collectors were interested. Fast forward to 2 years later, and the small impact it made, like with the Super Twins, has led to the price to decline. Raw copies are currently $4, and a graded 9.8 recently sold for less than $40. This large price drop makes this book an easy bust, but you know what? It's still fun for me. All right, sir, rate it or hate it?
Well, just by cover alone, because I haven't read very much Superman, and the cover looks amazing, I'm probably going to give this a 4.5.
That's exciting. I love that you're so sold on the cover. I love it. I mean, I just love the issue. It's an anthology of Superman family stuff. I did really enjoy it. I have enjoyed Action Comics, even with the more recent changes. I mean, I'm with a lot of bias, I'm gonna give it a 4. But I know I'm biased. I'm aware I'm biased. Very aware. Next up, I mean, I just like it for the cover, but I do know what takes place inside. Infinite Crisis number 5, with an overwhelming positive response to the Blue Beetle trailer, and James Gunn stating that we would see Blue Beetle again in the DCU. This book started to take off because it's the first time we see Jaime Reyes. And anyhow, I mean, it's like, actually, no, this is the first time we see Jaime Reyes as Blue Beetle in issue number 5. Of course, this is not him on the cover, but it still helped the book get off the ground. Oh my goodness. Phil, Brian, Katie, thank you for sticking around. All right. Rated or hated, sir?
I'm going to give this probably a 3.5. I'm not a huge fan of Blue Beetle, so this one kind of went down a little bit for me. The cover looks great. I like the cover, but just not a huge fan of the Blue Beetle.
Nothing like Earth 2, old school, Golden Age Superman punching modern Superman. Again, heavily biased. I happen to love Infinite Crisis. I love this cover. I love this series. I'm giving it a 4. Next up on the list, number 6. This is Jaime's actual appearance as Jaime in Infinite Crisis number 3. And of course, here we are with Earth 2 Superman, back from the other end of the multiverse, offering Bruce a chance to join him, and make things great again. Oh, God, Superman. Anyhow, again, first Jaime Reyes and part of Infinite Crisis. Beautiful Jim Lee cover. Rated or hated?
For me, after reading Hush, the trade back, and then Hush 2, Jim Lee's art really popped out to me. So I'm going to give this a 5.
And I, being totally biased once again, I'm still going to give it a 4, even though I want to give it a 5. But yes, this is like, Infinite Crisis is definitely a hot read. Everything taking place in it, most of the crossovers, it is like one of the most solid crossovers DC produced. And because of this N52, the weekly book, DC and Marvel started doing all sorts of shenanigan crossover stuff that they had no business doing. Like, they should not have just, like, I don't know. It just became, this was the end of events being cool and like ushering in madness, but it's still really like it. Next up, the newest addition to the Spider-Verse at the time was a Spider-Boy. So this book popped off, which is the Amalgam Comics Spider-Boy number 1, in which Ben Reilly and Connell, the Superboy Superman clone, were fused together to make Spider-Boy. Rated or hated, sir?
This one's actually pretty cool, just by looking at the cover and everything. I'm going to give this a 4.
Love it. I am totally biased again. I think I'm going to stick to a 3. I really enjoy it, but other than this is some DC Marvel creation, I mean, that's all it comes out to be. It didn't take off as anything else. People speculated like crazy, and no, didn't happen. All right, next up on the list, Jaime Reyes is back, this time with the Jim Lee cover of issue number 5, making it his first cover appearance, as it is an alternate cover to the number 5 we saw earlier on the list. Rate it or hate it.
This one, for me, doesn't really do it. I'd say 3.
The Jim Lee of it all is not doing it for you here?
The Blue Beetle being on front, I would have had him in the back, maybe put the Batman on the front, and then it probably would have done something for me.
Right, because you're introducing an all-new character for the first time. Let's make sure Batman is front and center to ruin it. Goodness gracious. This is the one that I'm giving a 5 to, because I am so biased. I do like Jaime. It's a great introduction cover. It's a beautiful, beautiful cover. You know, we've got both Wonder Womans in the background because they have a conversation that takes place in the issue. You know, Booster finally got Jaime into being Blue Beetle. Batman's with him because he's all worried about Brother Eye. You know, Nerdy Geek, that's right, baby. Drop the lot, time to pick it up. That's right, snatch, snatch, snatch. You know, and try to snatch it up from someone who doesn't really care, because all these dudes who want to make their money back on the money they lost on this stuff, too bad. Woo! All right, next up at number 3, you can't escape him. For obvious reasons, it's here, Blue Beetle number 1.
This one's actually a pretty sick cover. I really do like this one. This one I'd probably give a 4.
Right on. I also give it a 4. This is a great series. It was written by Keith Giffen, may he rest in peace. Kicked right off after the events of Infinite Crisis. Got us into Jaime, his family, and everything. I cannot say enough nice things. It's too bad that it dropped so much, but I do hope we see him again in the DC universe. It's cheap now. Go buy it while it's cheap. And lastly, not lastly, at number 2, and I happen to like this one a lot, Spider-Man number 7, the A cover, which features the first appearance of Spider-Boy.
This one, I really like this cover. I don't know why, it just really pops to me. Yeah. But to me, I give this a 5.
It's very strong, very violent, and I really love Spider-Boy. I'm just gonna give it a 5. So now, not last but not least, and not to be too surprising, Spider-Man number 7, the Humberto Ramos top secret spoiler variant.
This one, to me, I really like this one. I don't know if it's the shoes that really popped into my head, but I'd give this a 4.5. I just really like it. I've never read Spider-Boy, but this one kind of makes me want to read this book.
Yeah, appreciate it. I, still being a Spider-Man lover, also give this a 5. I'm the worst. I'm like, I loved it from day one. I continue to love it. I even love Kid Venom, who I'm looking forward to seeing more of. So, I even got Kid Venom's 9.8 up on the wall. I sent it in myself. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, and with that, thank you for joining us for Alrighty, sir. If you're familiar with the format of the show, and how are you on mute again, Dan? I don't know. But all right, this is that special. This is now your last homework assignment. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
All right, for your final homework assignment, it's time for the 5-finger shuffle.
So, if you haven't
unmute. No, there we go. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, if you haven't seen the nice thumbnail Cliff made, we're going to do some Sam and Twitch, some of the 5 best covers I have.
Yay!
So this is the newest issue that came out, issue 12. This cover I really enjoy.
Oh, wow. And I like it. I like how it's from the angle menacing thing is lurking over them.
Yeah. So that's the newest one that came out, and this one was really good. And then before that, we have issue 11,
Ooh.
which is really nice.
It is. Is that
They do
also-
have.
Is that a McFarlane cover or is that somebody else?
This is McFarlane.
Very nice. Very nice.
Then we got issue 7.
Oh, that's a great cover. See, this cover has that indie art vibe that I was talking about earlier. Not the same, but you know, an indie art supernatural vibe to it. That's really great.
Yeah. And then this one was. I love this one because it's just weird and funny. And this is issue 4.
Again, another really cool cover. And that makes them look like badass detectives.
Yeah. So this one was really cool. I really enjoyed this one.
Oh, happy Friday.
And then this one is probably my favorite cover. This is number 2.
Oh, nice. That's very nice. Oh man. All right, I gotta look up that artist because that's great.
Yeah, so this is that was my favorite cover. Is issue 2 so far.
Man, that's beautiful.
And like I could show the whole run, but you said 5, so
Hey, your favorite 5 it is. Let's see.
Yep.
Issue 2, art by Simon Kudransky, cover by Thaddeus Roback. Ah, that's who I need to look up. That's the secret. Thaddeus. Oh man, he drew a beautiful freaking black cat. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. You draw a sexy black cat and it's the end of the freaking world.
but yeah, I don't. The Sam Switch covers are just they do it for me. They're just I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. Look at that. America. Beast. Interesting use of bullseye. Armor. Arcade. All right, I see you, Thaddeus. I see what you're doing. All right, good for you. Good for you. Oh, those are Marvel Universe cards. Hold on, he's got fan art. Oh, look at all that. Oh, look at this Batman. All right. Oh, wait, what? Oh, Lady Loki too. Oh, watch out. With her. Oh, there's another sexy black cat. It is a sexier black cat. You know someone modeled for this because that's those proportions are as naturally uneven as I've ever seen. Let's see some cover art. Oh, Dahlia from Heatseeker, King Spawn, Gunslinger, She Spawn. We got into the mature content zone. I'm sorry, everybody. But still, that's really cool. Very cool. Hello, DK, and welcome. Look at all these lovely folks. Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, sir. What have you got coming up on your channel?
Well, I still have to do my new comic book day, so hopefully be able to film that this weekend. I know it's a little bit late, but everything's behind here because we got stuff going on in family life. But then I'll be around to everyone's shows this weekend, always supporting.
As you should. Be around. Get in there. Shake it up.
So you'll see me around. I'll try to get to everybody's. That's my biggest goal. I try to get to everyone's. Even if I can't stay, I'll have 2 screens going and a phone going so I get to everybody. So I have 3 going at a time.
Oh, you're a better man than me. Maximum, I do 2 screens on a 3-screen day. It's got something very special has to be happening. Like the last time there was a 3-screen day, it was like someone's birthday on one channel, only slabs, and then like my friend was doing a live stream, and like that was like the last time I was like, and even then I was like, I can't do this. It's too much. I can't. It's like I don't know which way I'm supposed to look or which hashtag I'm supposed to put where.
But
It was awful because I remember wrongly putting the only slabs hashtag like in someone else's chat and like not even getting entered in for that spin.
can I give a quick shout out to somebody?
Of course you can.
I just want to say shout out to Kingdom of Nerds. I actually won one of his giveaways. I have a signed copy of the Spawn book coming and a Mark Spears cover, which I don't own any Mark Spears, so this will be great.
Listen, I think you might be getting the first Mark Spears Prince Edward Island has ever seen. And actually, you're not in Prince Edward's Island. What am I talking about? And,
Close.
Yeah, you're close. You're at the edge.
Yeah.
You know, my mom had made 2 new friends at church, and it's just great because, like, so the wife is Peruvian and the husband is Canadian, and they own a home in Prince Edward Island. And my mom's like, "Oh, really?" And they're like, "Yep, and we drive the whole 15 hours." And my mom's like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Don't be signing us up for no 15-hour drives, Mom. Do not sign us up." All right.
Well, they're nice drives.
I mean, if you really love to drive 15 hours, we say no one ever, you know? Like, my goodness. My absolute goodness. And what about your other channel? The one that I don't want to think about because it's all about sports.
That is Hockey TikTok Nation, and we just talk about hockey over there because I'm Canadian and that's what I was born and bred in. But yeah, so I have a live shows that I do there on Fridays, sometimes Saturdays.
All right. Very good. Very good. All right. And of course, I only put the link to your channel in the chat or in the description, so shame on me. But people can find you at Dan's_hobby_corner on Instagram, correct?
Yes, they can.
All right. Very good. Very, very good. Alrighty, sir. So, actually, let me see if I can get away with this. Can I get away with this? I'm trying to get away with this. I want to know. I want to see. I want to know if I have the ability to push our stream somewhere else, or if it's just gonna totally not work because I'm not that lucky. We're gonna find out. Yes, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. It's gonna happen. All right. I think I got it. This is my first time ever doing that. So we talk hockey because, you know, I'm Canadian. Love that. Love that. All right. Last up, sir. Up to you. Do you want a tarot card read?
Sure. Everyone else has done it, so.
Yeah. Do you have a question in store for the tarot?
I do not.
All right. So you want to do a general, how will my 2025 go?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Dan's 2025 will go. And hey, you like DC mystical stuff, so this is already there. Dan's 2025. Dan's 2025. It's all about shuffling until I feel like it's time to do it. You know? And also, usually it's like the first card is the past, then there's the next card is the present, the last card is the future. You know, it could also represent situations, challenging outcomes. These are like this is just a short tarot.
Okay.
So that's really how it goes. So it's just gonna be a little past, present, and future for your 2025.
Sounds good.
So hold that question in your mind, and of course we're gonna be a little bit weird about this, and I'm gonna hold it up to the camera, and you just tap your screen for tapping the deck. Good, I'll take it. All right. Let's see what we got. Card number 1. Ooh. The Hierophant. Oh my goodness. Represented by Doctor Strange. So this is a powerful card. And representing your past, it suggests that your recent past has been shaped by tradition, structure, and guidance. Maybe through school, maybe through religion, maybe through a mentor or family. And you've been playing by those rules, following the path laid out by others, and deeply engaging in learning and developing it. It sets a foundation of principle and values and conformity for you. But it also means that you could be looking for answers outside of yourself and turning to your intuition or other people of perceived authority. All right. Oh my. Your next card, represented by Raven, the High Priestess in the present. This is a beautiful shift from the Hierophant. Where the Hierophant represents external wisdom and structure, the High Priestess is about internal knowing, intuition, and hidden truths. It suggests that right now, you might be in more of an introspective or mysterious phase, possibly pulling back from the outside influences and trusting your gut more. There could be secrets surfacing, deep emotional or spiritual insights on the horizon, or a need for stillness and reflection. It's like you're moving from following the rules to listening to your own inner compass. Dang. These cards are talking. Woo! The Hanged Man, represented by Plastic Man as your future, brings it full circle. This points to a period of surrender, pause, and a shift in perspective. You might find yourself in a situation that feels like you're in limbo, but it isn't stagnation, it's transformation. The Hangman brings growth through letting go, seeing things from a new angle, and embracing the unknown. It might feel uncomfortable, but it's ultimately enlightening, and think of it as a spiritual reset. So, you start the year strong in foundation in what has been taught to you, but that structure starts to feel limiting, and you begin to look inward, and as the year unfolds, you may retreat a bit, tap into your intuition, and become more self-guided. By the end of the year, you face a moment where you are fully ready to let go of the old beliefs and expectations that no longer suit you in order to level up spiritually and emotionally. It's a deep year for you. Less about outer achievement and more about inner awakening.
That's awesome.
Cool. Clifton Stan said, sure. I said this read was for me. Exactly what I needed to hear. Cliff, do a whole spread. Maybe one day. We'll see about that. I charge for the big spread. And not just on my OnlyFans. All right, sir. So you said you got your video coming up, and that's it. And this weekend we're going to see you popping up in chats and maybe joining some live streams.
Yeah. I also go on with Paul and the 619 on Tuesdays too. Whenever I'm free. So.
I also try to join Paul on Tuesdays when I can. It is difficult, especially lately.
Yeah.
But it's a whole thing. I gotta do maybe I'll do a special where I gotta do something like more special where I do a whole spread. It'll be more interesting. That's it. Speaking of, well, not necessarily Paul, but hey, Fable's up next. This should redirect to him. Dan, you're lovely. You're a great guest. You're very patient. I appreciate you.
No, thank you.
Chat, you're great. Hey, it was a pleasure having you. Chat, you're great. And don't forget, I mean, you may see me scattered about the weekend, but I make my triumphant return to Black Crown Comics this Sunday night. So tune in for that. And if I don't, the gag on me is gonna be bigger and funnier than ever. All right. Thank you, everybody. Love you, folks. Have a great night. Take care.
Thanks.